out for a walk with my mom. We're gonna look at some central air conditioners. There's Kenmore and the York back there. The newer looking one was the Kenmore. There's some Yorks back there. There's a big York. There's some Amanas back there. There's a Bryant back there running. There's a couple of Carriers right there. New York. There's an odd Finch right there. No air conditioners. I'm just going to stay zoomed in at this point. There's some Carriers running back there. And some Goodmans way back there. You guys can't really see them. There's some Amanas and something right there. It's got a big name, so I'm not going to read it. But there's a severe thunderstorm coming. That Amana right there makes some really funny noises when it runs. Got an old video of it on my BlackBerry. I might upload sometime. Some more Amanas. Here's a old rusty Carrier back here. There's another Amana. There's the Carrier. There's, I'm guessing, a Amana. Yep, there's some Amanas. Just so you know, this back here isn't my neighborhood. It's some other neighborhood. So I don't even. There's big Amana. Something. It's like a Goodman product. Conditioner here. Yep. That's not a Goodman. I don't know what that is. Really. It's not a Goodman, but it looks like a Goodman product. There's none right here. The air conditioner for this house is in the backyard. Zoom out real quick. There's Eldorado back there. Let's see, I'm guessing there's going to be one right here. Yep. There's a York right there. There's a couple of Yorks. And a ream right there. It's a ream or a rood. There's an American Standard at this house. It's back behind that bush. You can't really see it. There's a pane and a ream at this house. So they're calling the driver. Oh, they're not even home. Oh, it's running. The only reason I did that was because that was when those are some of my favorite air conditioners in the neighborhood, so I figured I might as well. York. Some Yorks. At this house, we've got a couple miniature Yorks. Like I have, there's two of them. You can't see both of them, but. And this house, they closed off their backyard, so we can't see theirs either. And then this house right here has a Coleman. Coleman and a York. That house, the air conditioners are in the backyard. There's a ream right here running. I think it's a ream. And a York right there. Here's another neighborhood right here. There's a Lennox or something. There's some Yorks. Oh, a long time since I've been down this alley. There's a Comfort Maker, it looks like. There's a Lennox. Oh, I just heard something turn on. There's a Carrier and a York. My camera doesn't want to focus, so we're not going to. Another Lennox. Yeah, I filmed down this alley with Matt before. I didn't film some of these places. So. There's a little tiny Guardian right there running. And there's a little York and a big York. There's nothing back there. There's a big old Carrier. There's a Lennox. Train XL and a Train XR. There's another Lennox. Train. That builder liked to install Linux, I guess. There's a York and a Train, and then Another Linux. That looks like what my granddad has a little bit. Just a different model. There's an airflow not running. Nothing back there. Where was it? Oh yeah. It's not there anymore. There's a York and then there was a Heil back there. Something running back here. A Linux. There's a York and a Carrier. I got a video of those with my BlackBerry too. Something running back here. Another Linux. And there's, I don't know what kind that is. Looks like a Linux. Ooh, look at this old car. And then there's a big old Carrier. Goodman. And then there's the Carrier. More Linuxes. A big old York. Ooh, something sounds messed up back here. One of those is running. And then here's a little York and a big York. Looks like the little one is running. There's the big one. York logos. Alright, now we're coming to my street. So alright. So, I guess we beat the storm home. So, alright. Now, I guess. Do you want to enter the alley right here? There's some Guardians running right here. They're not even home. You know what? That guy is a police officer. I might be able to, one day this summer while he's out at his police duties, I might be able to go up to his house and get a good video of those air conditioners. But if he sees them, he might get kind of mad. But, you know, some Yorks. And here we are back at my house. And then here's my units. Zoom out. Go ahead. Here's my units. There's a bunny rabbit right there. York. And then there's the neighbors. And here's my Guardian right here. Not running. So, that's it. Yeah, that dog likes to bark at you. Really. Okay, right here is a little York. I might actually be able to get a separate video of it this summer since it's not by any windows and I can just film it from the alley. The data sheet is faded off, so we're not going to be able to read the data sheet, but here's some Yorks over here. If you're wondering why there's so many Yorks in my neighborhood, it's because the builder started off everyone with Yorks. So that's like the cheapest brand that they could have picked. So I'm not too big of a fan of Yorks. The ones they make today are pretty good, but the ones that the builder installed were like, that was what they made back in like the 80s and 90s. So I think I don't know when this neighborhood was, when the first house in this neighborhood was built, maybe in the 90s or something. My house was built in 2001, I think. We moved in 2002, though. There's a York running back there. You guys can probably hear it, but you can't see it. And then here's another York. Not running. And there's another York back there. This house has a carrier. Don't know what series that is, but it's a carrier. It's not a round one, and it's not a performance series, so it's probably just a carrier. There was a comfort maker at that house, but I didn't want to point the camera at it because there was someone sitting out in the garage in his underwear, so I think he was in his underwear. There's a train or an American Standard or something back there. I hear one running. That house, it's a York. You can always tell by those noises that it's going to be a York. That's just what those classic Yorks sounded like. Train. Oh, noisy, actually. There's some back here. There is some Yorks. And there's some trains. Train. That one is really, really quiet. It could be running right now and don't even know it. There is a really, really, really noisy York back there. Not running.